everybody? JT Dangerous here once again. I am back to do my Week 3 NFL predictions. Now, Week 2 just ended tonight on Monday Night Football with the Cleveland Browns defeating the New York Jets. So Week 2 is in the books, and we're now into Week 3 of the NFL season. So I'm very excited to do my Week 3 predictions for you guys this evening, and I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, our record coming into Week 3 after a very good Week 2, we went 10-6. So we're starting a winning streak, and I'm looking to keep it that way. So hopefully in this video we will continue the winning ways. We're on a 2-week winning streak. Hopefully in this video we make it 3 weeks. Hopefully. Now, if you have not checked out my 2 other videos I put up on the channel today, guys, definitely go check it out. This is the 3rd video of the day, so hope you guys will be able to watch all of these videos. Always show your support on the channel by watching these videos, super kicking those like buttons and that notification bell, and commenting your picks, your opinions, and representing your NFL teams in the comment sections down below. Now, if this is your first time watching my channel today, as a first-time viewer, and this is your first video, boy, pick to go in if you're a huge fan of the NFL like myself, and you're ready for Week 3 of the NFL season. Welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm JT Dangerously. Welcome to the club, because this club is just 2. Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these Week 3 predictions. Starting off on Thursday night with an AFC South rivalry showdown between the Tennessee Titans heading to Jacksonville to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, both teams are coming off losses in Week 2 over AFC South rivals. Tennessee's coming in at 1-1, and Jacksonville's coming in winless at 0-2. Both teams are looking to rebound and bounce back here on Thursday night. So, coming from me in this AFC South rivalry showdown on Thursday Night Football, it's Marcus Mariota and Derrick Henry versus Gardner Minshew II and Leonard Fournette. This should be good. And it's kind of a Pac-12 showdown because Gardner Minshew went to Washington State, Marcus Mariota went to Oregon. So, coming from me, I'm going to go with Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry, and the Tennessee Titans to rebound and bounce back and get a big win on the road and defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars on Thursday Night Football. And now the Sunday slate, which starts at 10 a.m. here on the West Coast, 1 p.m. on the East Coast, starting off with the Cincinnati Bengals heading to Orchard Park to face the Buffalo Bills. Now, both teams are coming off very different Week 2. Cincinnati's coming off their loss to the Niners on Sunday. They're coming in 0-2. And Buffalo's coming off their big win over the New York Giants on Sunday, coming in at a perfect 2-0. So, coming from me in this matchup, Andy Dalton versus Josh Allen. I think I'm going to go with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to remain undefeated and get a big win at home and defeat the Cincinnati Bengals. And now the next matchup, it is the Detroit Lions heading to Philly to face the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, both teams are coming off very different Week 2s. Detroit's coming off their first victory of the season, upsetting the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday. They're coming in at 1-0-1. And the Eagles are coming off their loss on Sunday Night Football to the Atlanta Falcons. They're coming in at 1-1. So coming from me in this matchup, Matthew Stafford versus Carson Wentz. And hopefully Carson Wentz will wake the fuck up, because that game in Atlanta on Sunday night, he looked bad. He was just throwing picks after picks after picks. So, coming from me, I'm going to go with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the Detroit Lions in a close one. And now the next matchup. It is an AFC East rivalry showdown between the New York Jets heading to Gillette to face the reigning Super Bowl champs, my New England Patriots. Now, both teams are coming off very different Week 2s. The Jets are coming off their loss tonight to the Cleveland Browns. They're coming in at 0-2. And my Patriots are coming off their blowout victory over the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, coming in at a perfect 2-0. Now, this is definitely a big game for the Jets because Le'Veon Bell left Pittsburgh to come to the New York Jets to be a threat. And this is his chance to prove it. It's time to put up or shut up Le'Veon Bell. And we got to see who was going to be backing up Sam Darnold at New York because he's still dealing with mono. And it was Trevor Siemian, the former, I think, the Northwestern Wildcat. Correct me if I'm wrong. He got to play on Monday night tonight, and he looked pretty good, but it's still, this Jets team is going to definitely miss Sam Darnold for a couple weeks. But Jets are looking to get their first win of the season by defeating the reigning Super Bowl champs on the road. There is idea of my New England Patriots coming out there with shutout victory over the Miami Dolphins, and when I thought Miami would be a threat this year, they dropped the ball. And now it looks like my Patriots are going to win the AFC East once again. Tom Brady had a big-time game. Sony Michel had a big-time game on the ground. Our defense has been just dominating these last 2 games. We also got to see Antonio Brown's first touchdown as a Patriot, and I'm really hoping we're going to be seeing a lot of Tom Brady to Antonio Brown all season long. So coming from me in this AFC East rivalry showdown, Ooh, the chances of the Jets beating us are slim and none. So coming from me in this matchup, I'm taking my New England Patriots to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the New York Jets in a blowout. And now the next matchup, it is the Atlanta Falcons heading to Indianapolis to face the Indianapolis Colts. Now both teams are coming out big wins in week 2. Both teams are coming in at 1-1 and both teams are looking to win here. So coming from me in this matchup, Matty Ice and Julio Jones versus Jacoby Brissett and T.Y. Hilton. This should be good. I wish it was Andrew Luck, but we know that story already. Coming from me in this match, I'm going to go with an upset. I'm going to be a little bit ballsy. I may get this one wrong, but I'm going to go with Jacoby Brissett, Marlon Mack, and T.Y. Hilton and the Indianapolis Colts to get a big victory at home and defeat the Atlanta Falcons in a close one. And now the next matchup, it is the Denver Broncos heading to Lambeau to face the Green Bay Packers. Now both teams are coming out very different week 2s. Denver's coming out their heartbreaking loss at home to the Chicago Bears on Sunday. They're coming in 0-2. And the Packers are coming out their big victory over the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday, coming in at a perfect 2-0. So coming from me in this matchup, Case Keenum versus Aaron Rodgers. I think I'm going to go with the discount double check of Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers to get it done at home and remain undefeated and defeat the Denver Broncos in a possible blowout. And now the next matchup. It is the Oakland Raiders heading to Minneapolis to face the Minnesota Vikings. Now both teams are coming off losses in week 2. Both teams are coming in 1-1 and both teams are looking to win here. So coming from me in this matchup, Derek Carr against Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook. And I'm just going to say this right now. Look out for Dalvin Cook if you have a fantasy football team. You better pick him up because he had a pretty good game against Green Bay on Sunday. And I can feel like he's going to have a big year this year. So coming from me, I'm going to go with Captain Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook and the Minnesota Vikings to get it done at home and defeat the Oakland Raiders. And now the next matchup. I think this is the best matchup in week 3. 2 undefeated teams facing off between the Baltimore Ravens heading to Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Now both teams are coming off big wins on Sunday. Baltimore's coming off their big win over Arizona. They're coming in 2-0. And Kansas City's coming off their victory over Oakland. They are also coming in at 2-0. Now this is definitely could be an AFC divisional matchup in the playoffs this upcoming season. I mean, you got Lamar Jackson versus Patrick Mahomes. This is going to be a fantastic showdown. So coming from me in this big matchup in week 3 between two AFC teams, I don't know who's going to stop Patrick Mahomes. He seems like he's playing Madden 20 this season, and he's just throwing touchdowns after touchdowns after touchdowns after touchdowns. And I don't know if Baltimore can keep up, but I wouldn't be surprised they can. Lamar Jackson is one hell of a quarterback. He was pretty damn ice cold, pretty damn stone cold against the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday. He looked great, and when he can run the ball, he is a dangerous SOB. Coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but this is kind of a safe pick. I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs to get it done at home and defeat the Baltimore Ravens in a real close one. And now the next matchup, it is the Miami Dolphins heading to the Jerry Dome to face the Dallas Cowboys. Now, both teams are coming out very different week 2s. The Dolphins are coming off their shutout loss to the New England Patriots on Sunday. They're coming in winless at 0-2. And the Cowboys are coming off their big victory over Washington on Sunday, coming in at 2-0. Now, when I was talking about the Dolphins in week 1, I was very confident that the Dolphins would be a threat to us in the AFC East, and boy, was I wrong. I mean, 59-10. 47-0 in their first 2 games. They've only scored 10 points. Think about that, folks. The Dolphins only scored 10 points in 2 games, and they're looking like the worst team in the AFC right now. They're looking as worse as the Jacksonville Jaguars are right now. And with Ryan Fitzpatrick playing quarterback, hey, the Fitzmagic is gone, folks. Any Dolphins fans out there, you guys need to get a quarterback in the draft. Stop getting all these guys. I know Josh Rosen is there, but Josh Rosen was not even a good quarterback at UCLA, folks. I mean, that is all honest. And I watched him at UCLA. He was not that special. And Miami's looking to get their first win of the season with a big victory on the road. And it's not going to be easy. They're excited with the Dallas Cowboys coming off their big victory over Washington. They are in first place in the NFC East. And with them signing Zeke the Freak to that big-time contract, Dallas is definitely going to be feasting with Zeke and Dak Prescott. So coming from me in this matchup, I hope it doesn't turn into another blowout, but I can see it happening so early, and it's going to be over before halftime. So coming from me, I am taking Dak and Zeke and the Dallas Cowboys to get it done at home and defeat the Miami Dolphins in a possible blowout. And now the next matchup. It is the New York Giants heading to Tampa to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, both teams are coming out very different week 2s. The Giants are coming out their loss to the Buffalo Bills. They're coming in 0-2. And the Buccaneers are coming out their victory on Thursday Night Football over the Carolina Panthers. They're coming in at 1-1. So, coming from me in this matchup, per a special request from a commenter and subscriber, his name is Mike Post. He's a Buccaneers fan, and he asked me to pick against the Buccaneers because he's using the old reverse psychology method of every time I pick against the Bucs, they win. So, per your special request, Mike Post, I'm going to grant it. So I'm going to take the New York Giants to defeat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And now the next matchup, it is the Carolina Panthers heading to Glendale to face the Arizona Cardinals. Now both teams are coming off losses in week 2. Carolina's losing to Tampa Bay on Thursday Night Football. They're coming in winless at 0-2. And the Arizona Cardinals coming off their loss to Baltimore on Sunday, coming in at 0-1-1. Now, both teams are looking to get back on track, and both teams are looking to get their first win of the season. So coming from me in this matchup, it's another Heisman Trophy battle. Cam Newton versus Kyler Murray. And I'll just say this about Cam Newton. I just think he needs a change. I think he needs to get out of Carolina and go to a team that can actually use his style of playing quarterback, because he's been in Carolina since they drafted him, and I think that window of staying there is going to be drastically closing. And if I was Cam Newton, I would start thinking about his options of maybe going somewhere other than Carolina. Then you got Kyler Murray at Arizona, who once again fell short, but he looked pretty damn good. So coming from me in this matchup, I'm going to go with Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals to get their first victory of the season at home and defeat the Carolina Panthers in a close one. And now the next matchup, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to Santa Clara to face the San Francisco 49ers. Now both teams are coming out very different week 2s. The Steelers are coming out their loss to my Seattle Seahawks on Sunday. They're coming in 0-2. And the Niners are coming out their victory over the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday, coming in at a perfect 2-0. Now the big story coming into this matchup is the loss of Big Ben Roethlisberger for Pittsburgh for the year with elbow surgery. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers are indeed panic mode. But they do have a great backup quarterback who I watched at Oklahoma State in Mason Rudolph, and I kind of think that could turn the season around for the Steelers, because the Steeler fans cannot afford to go 0-3 going into this season. If they start the season 0-3, you better just fire Mike Tomlin now. But this matchup is a must-win for the Steelers, and they cannot afford to go 0-3 early in the season. They're excited the 49ers coming off their big win over Cincinnati. Jimmy Garoppolo had a big-time game. Like I said, if they can protect Jimmy Garoppolo, this Niners team is going to be a real threat in the NFC. So, coming from me in this matchup, I know one of my subscribers and commenters, Leading One, is a huge Steelers fan, and that loss of Big Ben is big. Big time. But coming from me, I think Mason Rudolph is the answer. I'm going to take Mason Rudolph and the Pittsburgh Steelers to get their first win of the season and upset the San Francisco 49ers in a close one. And now the next matchup. It is the New Orleans Saints heading to CenturyLink Field to face my Seattle Seahawks. Now, both teams are coming out very different week 2s. The Saints are coming off their loss to the Los Angeles Rams. They're coming in at 1-1. And my Seahawks are coming off their victory over the Steelers on the road on Sunday, coming in at a perfect 2-0. Now, the biggest story coming into this is the loss of Drew Brees. Yes, Drew Brees is going to be out for the Saints for looks like 6 weeks or more with a hand injury. And you talk about the worst thing that could have happened to Saints fans is losing their starting quarterback. Now, the biggest question is who's going to be starting? Is it going to be Teddy Bridgewater, or is it going to be someone else? But the loss of Drew Brees definitely hurts the Saints, because if they don't have Drew Brees for 6 weeks or more, I don't even think the Saints are going to even make the playoffs without him. And New Orleans is looking to rebound and bounce back on the road. They're excited to have my Seattle Seahawks coming off their gritty 2-point victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday. They looked good. Russell Wilson was doing Russell Wilson things. We had a great running game with Rashad Penny and C-Dub, Chris Carson. We also got the defense definitely stepped up once again, keeping the game close and getting it done in the end. We also had our wide receiver, DK Metcalf, who got his first touchdown as a Seahawks, and it's time to put up dicks up for DK. And the Seahawks team is right now the most dangerous team to be playing anywhere on the road or at home. And Seahawks are looking to continue their winning ways at home. So, coming from me in this matchup, if Drew Brees was playing, this would be a lot more closer. But without him, I don't know how the Saints are going to make it to the playoffs this year. So I'm going to go with my Seattle Seahawks to get it done at home and defeat the New Orleans Saints. And now the next matchup. It is the Houston Texans heading to Los Angeles to face the Los Angeles Chargers. Now both teams are coming off very different week 2s. They're both coming in 1-1, and both teams are looking to get a big victory here. So coming from me in this matchup, Deshaun Watson versus Phillip Rivers. This should be good, but coming from me, I'm going to go with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers to rebound and bounce back at home and defeat the Houston Texans in a close one. And now the next matchup on Sunday Night Football between the Los Angeles Rams heading to the Dog Pound to face the Cleveland Browns. Now both teams are coming off wins in week 2. The Rams are coming off their victory over the New Orleans Saints. They're coming in undefeated at 2-0. And the Browns are coming off their victory tonight on Monday Night Football over the Jets. They're coming in at 1-1. So coming from me in this matchup on Sunday Night Football, Jared Goff versus Baker Mayfield. Nick Chubb versus Todd Gurley. Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry versus Cooper Kupp and their receiving core. And both these teams' defense are outstanding. But coming from me, I may get this one wrong, but I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams to remain undefeated and get a big win on the road and defeat the Cleveland Browns on Sunday Night Football. And now the Monday night matchup pitting the Chicago Bears heading to Washington to face the Washington Redskins. Now both teams are coming off very different week 2s. The Bears are coming off their come-from-behind win on the road over the Denver Broncos on Sunday. They're coming in at 1-1. And the Redskins are coming off their loss to the Dallas Cowboys, coming in at 0-2. So coming from me in this matchup on Monday Night Football, Case Keenum versus Mitchell Trubisky and Khalil Mack. What else can you say? So coming from me, I'm going to go with the Bears and Mitchell Trubisky and Khalil Mack to defeat the Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football. And those are my Week 3 NFL predictions. I want to thank you guys so very much for watching this video today. Comment below. Who do you have winning in Week 3? Do you see any upsets happening? And let me know. And as always, represent your NFL teams in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about them. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos I put up on the channel today. Again, thank you guys so very much for all the support. Now, before you guys go, as always, you guys can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. Of course, you guys can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys all next week for 6 big videos. Later days, guys. Have a wonderful evening and peace.